Okay, this video is for Code.org's Unit 4, Lesson 7, Conditionals Practice. This one we're going to do with the VeloCity Ride app, which is option B for this lesson. So there's a good bit set up already. Again, like I did with a couple of the other videos, some of this is just kind of tedious plugging in, following the directions. I will break down any areas where I feel like there's further explanation needed. So just kind of walk through for milestone 1, we're simply assigning values to the variables duration, day, and promo code. These variables were already declared up here, so we don't need the VAR. We just refer to the variable by name. Be very careful what you use here, okay? The duration is going to be minutes, which is going to be number, so that needs to be a get number, and it's going to come from the minute drop down. Day needs to be a get text. It's going to come from the day drop down. And then the promo code is going to be a get text, and it's going to come from the code input field. Okay, all of that will be pulled when the user clicks the ride button. If there's nothing here, this will just simply be null, blank, and won't really have that big a deal. Okay, so that was milestone 1. Okay, again, just pulling from whatever the user inputs once that button is clicked and storing it in these variables. Okay, this was already done for us. It kind of shows how to use the radio buttons. So we have 2 different radio buttons. We have the scooter label, the bike label, the bike radio, and the scooter radio. So basically we have a if get checked, all right, bike radio button. So basically as long as one of these, I believe that one is just saying, so if either one is checked is my understanding. It's bike, if not it's a scooter. Is there a way of doing that with their rationale? I guess when I run it, see what happens if I don't. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, so little fallacy in the app there. If you don't select one, it's going to default to a scooter. So probably not the best code there. Nonetheless, yeah, there we go. Okay, but that was already done for us, and it didn't give us directions to fix that little glitch they have there. Milestone 2, we want to complete the statement to assign the appropriate value to the variable base rate. All right, bikes are going to have a base rate of $2. Scooters have a base rate of $4. We don't want to include the dollar sign right now because that makes it a string. We're just going to use a number value. So basically, we're saying if the ride type is a bike, it's going to be 2. Or else it must be a scooter 4, which we just kind of saw there. That was it for milestone 2. Milestone 3, we want to create the conditional statement to assign the appropriate value to is weekend. All right, so this is where we're using a logical operator. The 2 vertical lines here represent the or logical operator. So I just need one or the other to be true for the statement to evaluate to true. So if the day is Saturday, or if the day is Sunday, then the variable is weekend is going to get true. Notice there are no quotation marks. We are storing a Boolean value, not the text true. Okay, and then so if the day is not Saturday, the day is not Sunday, that means it is not the weekend, so his weekend would be false. Okay, that one, not much code, but you do have to think through that one a little bit. Okay, milestone 4 is where it picks up, and again, you could have done this a different way. You could have kind of reversed it and gone with the greater than and worked your way down. I opted to go with the less thans and start with the most specific case first. So I'm going to say, okay, if the duration is less than or equal to 20 minutes. So the way I'm reading this is like up to 20 minutes. All right, you have the base rate. Then after 20 minutes, you're going to add a $2 fee is added to the price. And then after 40 minutes, a $4 fee gets added to the price. Now, whether or not we are going to kind of keep adding, I'm not quite sure. I'm just keeping it simple and just saying we're going to add 4 from the business mind and me saying, okay, well, after 20, do we add 2? And then after 40, we added another 4. That's up to you with those numbers, but I'm just going to leave it simple like that. Okay, and we are updating price each time, okay? Notice I'm not changing base rate. I'm just changing price based on the base rate so that I can keep working in that without changing it, okay? Milestone 5 is where you could have done this a lot of different ways. You could have done a giant else if, but I thought because we're dealing with three distinctly different promo codes, it was easiest just to do three separate if statements. Um, so if the promo code was first ride and the ride type was a bike, since this is valid any day, we're going to take $2 off the price. So price is going to get price minus 2. Okay, the next one, all right, if the promo code is study move and it's the not the weekend. So notice I used is weekend equals false, okay, meaning it's not the weekend, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. If both of these things are true, we use that promo code. It's during the week, and because this applies to both the bike and the scooter, I don't need to check for the ride type. In this case, price is going to get price minus 3 for that $3 discount. And the last one was kind of the trickiest. I had to check for three things. So notice I have kind of a two ands. So if the promo code is weekend scoot and the ride type is a scooter, okay, both of those things have to be true. If they are, then I'm also going to check and say, okay, is it the weekend? Okay, is weekend true? So if all three of those things are true, then I'm going to get a $1 discount. Okay, and then finally at the end, it's going to do the text output. Just to test those out, let's run this and just try. So let's do a scooter. Um, I'm just going to do 10 minutes. And let's say it's the weekend. And I'm going to say weekend scoot. Get a ride. Okay, that's saying $3. I'm going to remove that and run it again. It's going to be 4. Okay, I'm going to go back and add it. It's 3. All right, let me check, see if it works on Sunday. It does. All right, let me try it on Wednesday. Okay, it doesn't give me the discount. So I could go through and test all of these out to make sure it gives me the appropriate output. I could also go up to 48 minutes. Yeah, obviously it's going to shoot up. If I go down to the weekend, I'm getting $7 off. Just to try out study move, I'm going to make this a weekday, so Thursday. Okay, I'm getting that $3 off. Okay, if I don't have that, it should be $8. So again, you could test a bunch of these out. I'm pretty confident this is all nice and set and good to go. All right, so that finishes the 5 milestones. Let's see, I think milestone 6, just like with the mind ease, it's probably going to ask you to modify it. I don't really care how much you do that. I prefer the drop down. I think that's easier, but you could technically change that in the user interface. You could refactor your code, add new features. That slide bar is probably going to be the easiest. So where we could change that would be here in the user interface, and we could have a slider. So just to kind of move that around. And notice they kind of took out the minutes as well. Okay, that was a minute drop down, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to have to fix my code in a second. And now I want to add a slider. And I'm going to call this, now I can call this minute drop down. Mind blowing, right? But so my code doesn't change. All right, and then the value is how high it goes, kind of the default value. I'm going to set the minimum value to 0. The maximum value, I'm just going to set to 60, and we'll leave the step size at 1, and we'll just start it at 1. Okay, and let's test that out now. So let me go back to my code. So because I still left that as a minute drop down and it should still get a number, I'm going to run. So let's say I have a bike. Now, I don't think that's super helpful because I can't really tell what it is, but get a ride, it's going to do it. So you could change it that way. I don't love it because, again, there's no way of truly indicating what it is, but just to make code.org happy we did it. All right. So I did review these questions previously, but just kind of a check-in to walk through. Again, score is 4, lives is 3. All right, that's false. We get the else, that's false. So it has to be the else you win is displayed. And on the last one, all right, we first check is the number greater than or equal to 10. Okay, basically if it's greater than or equal to 10, it's going to display medium or hot. So to get it to display cold, it needs to be a number 9 or less. The only option is a 5. Alrighty, so that will do it for option B.